Greetings to you viewers. My name is Pastor Yvonne Chipindu. As we still continuing with this series of teaching, Kingdom Currency, yesterday we spoke about Daniel, and because he had this currency, he was able to convince this eunuch that just by eating the vegetables, he was going to be mightier than the other men because he had faith in his God. And today we just want to talk about our King, who is Jesus Christ. And if I take you back to the scriptures, when Jesus Christ was with Pilate, Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus responded to him and said, my kingdom is not of this world, but it is the kingdom of heaven. So we want to talk about the credentials of our King. You know, it is very important to know the credentials of the person whom we are following, lest we may fall. So now, Jesus Christ, we all know, as the scriptures say, it says he is the first and the last. And when God made the heavens and the earth, he was there with him. And even John even stated that Jesus, nothing was made with Jesus' absence, but everything was made with his presence. So he was there from the beginning, and he is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the end, even till eternity. And also, we know that this God or this Jesus has never lost any battle. Like I want to take you to, if we remember, we spoke about Gideon. Gideon was led by God as they were fighting the Amalekites. And when they were fighting them, if you remember, God reduced the number of men that were there to 700. Why? Because God didn't want Gideon to go to fight his adversaries with many men, but God wanted to show himself up that he is the King of Kings. So now God allowed Gideon to go with few men than their adversaries, and they actually won that battle. And even if I take you back again to the story of the 4 lepers, these lepers, they were only 4, and when they went to the city, that's where there was war. But these 4 lepers made their adversaries to run away, thinking that a mighty army is coming from the Israelites, but there was actually nothing. And they enjoyed whatever their adversaries have left, because remember, there was a hunger in the city, and these lepers, they didn't have anything, as they were isolated from all the people of Israel. So now they went and enjoyed. Why? Because they believed in God, and God enabled them to fight their adversaries, even though they were not like face to face, but God made it to happen just like that because they had God with them. And also, remember, Paul, when he was still Saul, when he met Jesus Christ, Paul didn't know Jesus Christ. He only knew that they were disciples of Jesus Christ. But listen to the scriptures. When Saul met Jesus, Jesus said to him, "Saul, why are you persecuting me?" And then Saul replied, "Lord, what have I done? Who are you, Lord?" Meaning that he recognized that is Jesus Christ, even though he hasn't seen him, even though he hadn't met him, but just by Jesus Christ speaking to him, he could recognize him. Why? Because he is the King of Kings. If he speaks to you, you will definitely recognize him. Remember when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were in fire, the king knew that he had put 3 men, but now he could recognize the 4th man as the Son of Man, who had told him that that's Jesus, who had told him that that is the Son of God. It is because how mighty our Jesus is, you can only recognize, even if no one had told you that this is Jesus Christ, you can actually tell that that one is the Son of Man. So this is the King that we are following, and we know that he has never failed any battle. And we also know that on the cross he defeated the devil. Do you know when Jesus was being crucified, it was so painful? Remember the 40 stripes that they struck him with, they were so painful, but he endured patiently those 40 stripes. That is your currency to your healing. If you go to Isaiah, it tells us that by his stripes we are healed. So if you have cancer, okay, you are in that hospital bed, what you need is not money. What you need is not a doctor, but you need Jesus' stripes so that you will be healed. Because this is what he has done on the cross. And also remember, we were not God's children, if you remember very well. But because Jesus Christ died, as I have read in Matthew, the scripture told us that the curtain was torn into two. It was now giving us access to God. So that was also our currency to our access to God, as we were not his, but we became his by Jesus' death. And when that cloth was torn into two, we got that access. So our bank balance is his stripes. He has already done it for us. But what we need to do, because you have been diagnosed with cancer, for your healing, just type his name. That's your PIN. So in order for you to get healed, just type the name Jesus. For you are healed by his stripes. So if you have enjoyed this message, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share until we meet again tomorrow as we are completing Stay Blessed.